Block editor are available in Neo. It's not an add-in. It's always available to you on the desktop task. So you're going to see under desktop, you're going to see view data. And besides that, you can see the block editor. If you want to hide it, you can always go to the tile here on your tasks and hide it if you don't want to see it. But by default, it's always going to show up in the desktop task underneath the block editor subtask. And this allows you to basically create a curve. So I can tell it I want an overall level or an FRF or an order. Then I can start typing values to build this curve up and then save it in my project. Going to be very useful for a target curve or a benchmark. Or I could also tell it to import a block and then remove bad samples. So maybe I've got an FRF that's got some spikes in it or some drop-offs. I could import that FRF and then basically smooth it here inside the data block editor and then save it and use it somewhere else in the application. So you can start from scratch or you can import a block. So here I opened up my Testlab 2606 shortcut. If I go to Testlab Neo, I can always say I don't want to see the tiles at startup, but by default, you're showing the tiles at startup. If I go to view data here we've got the data block editor. So this is not something I can turn off. I can tell it here I want to create maybe an overall level, pick some different things, pick the number of lines, pick the start, pick the end. And I can just start typing. And then I could copy and paste this from Excel if I want. Okay, and then I can save this, and then this saves it inside my current project in my current section. Okay, here I can see the formats. I can give it a point name if I want. So all the same things we can do in Classic. If I wanted to import a block, and let's see if I have any data here. I can import a block. So there's my FRF. I can see here that it brought in the value, it picked the function class and everything. And then if I had an issue, I could start overwriting these values to smooth it out if I want, and then save that FRF. Here I can copy and paste from Excel. If I have a fixed x-axis, I might not be able to copy to the x-axis here. If I tell it a variable x-axis, then I can copy the x values as well as the y values.